Well, I've got 3 products here from Razer. I've got a Razer blade. It's not a bad joke, but let's just do some unboxing. Hello everybody and welcome to Tech Uploaded. I'm Chris, as always, and like I said, it's just unboxing time. That's all it really is. Been doing a lot of review videos and things have been all serious and work's been all crazy and I just got over a cold, so I figured why not just have some fun tonight? And I received these products as basically props for when I do the Razer Special Edition NZXT H440 build, which I'll be doing with an AMD FX chip and some other semi-budget but mid-range components, because I've done H440 builds before, but they've usually been on the higher end with the Intel parts, and everybody kind of, not everybody, but some people complain, well, why don't you do a more budget build? So then I did, but then I hit it too low. So we're gonna go in right at the middle now, and I'm gonna try to get that system to be right about $1,000, so I won't spoil that, but I have these right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at them, especially since my mechanical keyboard's kind of being wonky, so I need to find something to temporarily take its place, at least until I settle on one, because I'm being very picky about what I select this time. So, what do I have here? Well, everything's kind of crazily named because it's Razer and that's how they do things. So, first up is the Goliathus. So, see if I can get it to focus on that. Get my face out of the camera. There you go, the Goliathus. So this is a giant gaming mouse mat thingamajig. And let's see, what are its qualities? It has a little window on the side, so you can kind of feel how this is going to feel on the mouse. And let's see, here we go. That's all the sizes. Oh wow, there's a whole lot in here. Oh, that's because it has like 500 languages on it. Anyway, so what are they saying here? This lab tested by Razer and field validated by the best in esports. This Razer Goliathus Control Edition has textured weave, which greatly enhances the precision and tactile response of your gaming mouse. And it actually shows the keyboard and mouse sitting on here together. So this is designed to be a big boy. They have many different sizes of this, from small, normal, mouse pad size, all the way up to the extended, which I think is what this one is actually. So what else we got here? Heavily textured, pixel precise, optimized for all mouse sensitivities. It's so sensitive. And it has anti-fraying stitch frame, because nobody wants their pad to start fraying like a bad rug. So, nothing too crazy about the box other than the very reflective front. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this open here. Okay, the reason I'm doing this first is because I have a feeling this is gonna take a minute to actually, I'm gonna save the box because I'm gonna need it for when I do the recording at the beginning of the system build. 'Cause you know how I do? I show all the stuff. So here it is. Get that up on the frame there. And there's the big Razer logo. I mean, this thing's big. See if I can get it all in the frame here. Ooh, I'm being very echoey right now. So yeah, this is gonna be, it's actually not giving me any trouble, even though it was rolled up. It's a little bit curled on the very, very edge, but for the most part, it's laying out nice and flat. So you can easily, how far does the camera even, you lose it. It just goes off the camera. It's literally filling the entire remainder of my desk. But this will be really nice because when I do the build for the H440, I'm gonna be putting it on my glass desk, and that isn't so nice with non-laser mice. Oh, look at that, I made a rhyme. So anyway, this will be good for that because I can put the keyboard and the mouse both on this and not have to worry about the glass surface. Plus this just has a better feel for when you're getting your mouse on. Speaking of getting your mouse on, let's move on to that next. We'll get the DeathStalker out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Taipan. Am I saying that right? Taipan? You can never tell because the front letters are so crazy. But look at this thing. So anyway, what's the deal with this? It's a very nice box with a nice little flap that opens up here to show the mouse itself. So everything looks good there, I guess. What does it say on the inside here? Warning, highly venomous. Uh-oh. The Razer Taipan is the latest gaming mouse we've designed and fully embodies our single-minded goal of providing pro gamers with the best weapon to take them far in highly competitive esports. Getting our esport on again. So this is 8200 DPI, 4G laser sensor, 82 capture, oh, that's a new language. It's all these languages. You could learn a second language reading all these boxes. Improved ambidextrous ergonomics and Razer Synapse 2.0. What is that? It is apparently a cutting-edge, intuitive, proprietary software that functions as the Razer Taipan's brain, automatically syncing the gaming mouse to a cloud server to download driver and firmware updates, as well as to save your individual settings without needing to lift a finger. Well, look at that. It's smart. More stuff in the cloud. Now your mouse is in the cloud. It's gone. It's in the cloud like everything. So, back of the box just kind of shows all the general features. So nothing too extraordinary there. Kind of just goes over everything again. The snaps, 9 programmable buttons, rubberized controlled thumb grip. I do like those rubber thumb grips. Those are nice. It does have the ambidextrous form factor, so a lefty or southpaw or righty, you're good. 7-foot lightweight braided fiber cable. And yeah, it's Windows 8 compatible and Mac compatible. That's important, right? Wouldn't it be compatible? I don't know. I never understood why they put operating system compatibilities in this stuff. I guess for the Synapse software or drivers or whatever. So this one I'm gonna need my Razer to get into the Razer. So let's cut into it carefully. And it's got the little hook on it in case it's in a store, so I can get rid of that. And I'm gonna slowly take this out here. Look at that. It's all green because it's venomous. It's gonna get you. I'm in a weird mood today. I've been feeling under the weather for so long that it feels good to be feeling better again. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing out of here in one piece. There's some booklet stuff back here, the directions and all that stuff. Congratulations, there's no turning back. Oh my God, there's no turning back. Okay, let's lift it up, and now we gotta get this braided cable. This is making great sounds in the microphone, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna show the inside of the box when I do the build, so I can just pretend like the mouse is still in there when I show the box. Play and pretend. Of course, I'm spoiling everything right now. So we'll set that down next to the Goliathus gigantic pad. All right, so first impressions of the mouse. Gotta again get it in front of my face so that it focuses. Look at that. Now it thinks it's my face. First impressions, looks nice, has a nice texture to it. Does have 2 buttons on both sides, as well as these buttons on the top, which I imagine are probably to control sensitivity or something like that. We'll have to see. I am gonna actually plug all this in and mess around on my computer just a little bit and see how I'm feeling about this, feeling about the software. The mouse on the Goliathus feels pretty nice. It's got a nice feel to it. The braided cable is actually, it's nice as well. It's braided, but it's not really stiff like some braided cables are, so it's not gonna catch on things, because that is one thing about my Corsair gaming mouse back here that kind of, it just gets hung up on stuff. It's kind of annoying. So we'll see if this one does that, but got a good click feel to it. The scroll wheel feels nice. Scroll wheel does click, but it doesn't appear to, yeah, it might pivot. I don't know, I think it just clicks. But the rubber feels good on the side, and it's got a nice glide to it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and set him over here for now, over in all the cat hair. You can always tell when the cat's been sneaking around on my desk. It's all furry. All right, so now it's time for the DeathStalker. This thing's so big the camera can't even handle all the reflections. Look at that, it's DeathStalking. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. This is a big box, look at this thing. So, DeathStalker. This is a chiclet style keyboard. So all of the gaming keyboards right now are mechanical. So it's interesting to see somebody go with the chiclet keys. Now I used to be a big fan of these because I used a Mac Pro at work, and anybody who's used one of those or is familiar with it knows they come with the Apple chiclet style keyboard. And I got really used to typing on those from using one at work all of the time. So then I switched to mechanical about a year ago, and that took a little bit of adjusting. So now to switch back to this will probably be, you know, just like, messing with my head. But anyway, they are going chiclet with this gaming keyboard, and it does look like it's backlit. So it is fully programmable slim chiclet keycaps, 10-key anti-ghosting, and Razer Synapse 2.0. Uh-oh, this is up in the cloud too. It's gone. It's up there with your mouse. So here's the thing. It shows these little, see if it'll zoom or focus on that. It's got these little, yeah, there you go. Little info, I guess. I don't know what those are supposed to be. Almost looks like, I guess they're keycaps. I don't know. But it says anti-ghosting, gaming keys, backlit illumination, on-the-fly macro recording, and 100 hertz ultra polling. I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means. Oh, it's really good. That sounds good, yeah. Yeah, that's excellent. All right, so on the back, you get more information. So there you go, there's all that. This thing's a big boy. So let's see what it says. Chiclet keycaps again, green LED backlit. I see why they wanted me to use this with the H440, because that's green as well. With the LED anti-ghosting capability for up to 10 simultaneous. You can get all simultaneous lists on this. Simultaneous key presses, fully programmable keys with on-the-fly macro recording, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Goes over the same thing quite a few times, but they make it look good when they're repeating themselves. So let's. It looks like it was gonna maybe not make me use a Razer blade, but here we go. Step number 1. That's kind of cool. I thought it was just gonna be a plain brown box, but you got the nice Razer logo on there again. For gamers, by gamers, trademark. Okay, again, there's quite a bit of documentation in here, as well as some Razer stickers. So there's all that good stuff that comes in there. Go ahead and just leave that in the box here. Finagle our cable up. Okay, okay, we're feeling it. We're feeling the groove, we're feeling it. Gonna rebox the unbox. Let's slide out. It's very light compared to the mechanical keyboards of the world, which is to be expected. All right, come on. Yeah, there we go. And you know, actually it's not a bad looking keyboard. Let's take a look at this thing. So we've got the protective strips. Okay, so there you go. Again, get my face out. Yeah, look at that. Kind of got a nice look to it, I think. It's very clean, pretty understated. Got the chiclet keys. You can see those are nice and flat. Whoop, whoop, look at that. Whoop, whoop. So it's very thin and very light, but it has really nice rubber feet on the bottom of it, actually. It's got 4 very strong rubber feet, as well as very nice tactile click there. Little pads that come out with more rubber on them. So this isn't gonna go anywhere. And if you have it on your Goliathus pad, it's definitely not gonna move. This thing is moving the desk. Everything's wiggling and jiggling. So definitely chiclet keys. They have very much, if you've never used a chiclet style keyboard before, most laptops now have gone to them. And it feels very much like typing on a laptop. I don't know, see how I feel about, try to get in the feel here. The pad, you know, it's got a little bit of a, I don't know what kind of feeling that is. It's a grip, but it's not rubber. I don't really know what it is. I can't put words to it. So let's pretend I'm gaming here. I've got my mouse, I've got my chiclet keys, playing some Borderlands. Okay, I guess I could get down with this, but I don't know. I'm used to my mechanical. So, I noticed that the USB key or USB plug has a little cap on it on this. So, take that off and heck, you know what? Let's plug this stuff into my computer and take it for a spin. See how it feels in actual real world play here. Okay, so I've got the keyboard and mouse plugged in, and it's kind of hard to see in the video. I guess I could have zoomed in, but it takes up a large span of my desk space. It actually perfectly fit here. So if I was gonna make this its permanent home, it would probably work out, but you don't really have a whole lot of room to move the actual Goliathus around. But what you do have is a very nice grip for your keyboard and a nice spot for your mouse. The mouse doesn't appear to illuminate any, but the keys, yes, the keys are, see if I can get them to brighten. That's all the way down. See, I've got all these lights on in here for recording, but yes, they are definitely lighting up. So the keys light up green. The only thing I immediately noticed about the keyboard that was kind of annoying is the F and J key, the little bump on those for touch typists like myself. And we hunt for those when we can't see anything else. Kind of hard to find. So anyway, I've got Steam updating in the other window here. But this one I'm actually capturing, so I'm gonna go ahead and I plugged everything in, and boom, Razer Synapse 2.0 comes right up on the screen. And it's kind of running through some of the things here. So it says, your personalized device settings anytime, anywhere. Rebind controls or assign macros to any of your Razer peripherals and save all of your settings automatically to the cloud. Talking really fast, I gotta get this. It's going quick. Convenient warranty registration and code redemption. Register your product warranties in a hassle-free way. Check your remaining warranty durations and redeem game beta codes and other exciting treats. Has treats. Get your treat on with it. Uh-oh, I'm screwed. I didn't get back to that one in time. Stats and heat map gameplay analysis. Track all of your button presses, mouse clicks, and mouse movements to analyze your gameplay with mouse click and movement heat maps. So there you go. By clicking install, I accept the Razer software license agreement. Sure, why not? What's your Razer ID? I'm not gonna read all these things. There's 10 of them and it's flying through them. So Razer ID apparently is a thing. Profiles, obviously, set up your profile. How to associate your profile with games. So I guess you can do the function keys for that. How to map buttons. Boy, all kinds of things in here you can do. Let's just wait for the software to install. Oh, good Lord, 1%. 1 of 12. 2%. You know, the problem is, this is the problem. This download right here, 2 of 4 items complete. I gotta knock that off. Okay, can I pause that? How do I go to my downloads? Okay, so it takes a minute to download all the software apparently, but we'll get there. As soon as I pause that Steam download, you can see things kind of took off a little bit there. Okay, so I've got Borderlands 2 queued up here, ready to go. So, well, we'll see what happens. We're almost there. That's gonna be my test. See how I feel about this. Congratulations, please restart your system to complete the installation. Well, that sucks when you're doing a screen capture, so I'm gonna restart and then we'll see what happens, but I probably won't be able to capture the magic until after it reboots. So I'll fill you in on the drama. It's kicking back. It's a Tuesday. I'm trying to think, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? I might have some chili. It's cold. Hey, look at that, Windows is back. So, the question is anything magic going to happen here right away? I've got a ton of things that start up with my computer, so I gotta give it a minute. AI Suite 3 being the biggest problem, the biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? Offender, the biggest offender. Okay, so now I'm at the screen that's asking me to either log in or create an account. So I need to create an account. So I'll put in my email. Okay, so I've hit go, and please follow the instructions sent to your email to verify this account. All right. Okay, so I've verified my email. We're all good there. And let's see, Razer software, Razer blah, blah, blah. I don't care about any of that. So I'm gonna close that. All right, so I'm logging in. It's going down. Razer Synapse 2. Okay, so it created a little icon down in the system tray and I had to double click on it. So here's the mouse, and it's not, oh yeah, here's the DeathStalker. So there you go, you can create your profiles in here, it looks like. And you can tell each one of these buttons what you want it to do. So sensitivity stage up, sensitivity stage down. So yep, those were I figured those top buttons would do that. Button 3, scroll click. So button, what the hell is button? Oh, there you go, scroll up, scroll down. That's the scroll wheel. So what do these side buttons do? Go to left, there you go. So you can click on those and you can tell it what you want it to do. You can change it to any of these things. Man, there's a lot of stuff. This is incredibly customizable here. And same with the keyboard. Performance, so here you can set your DPI sensitivity configuration, configure sensitivity stages, holy cow. Acceleration, I'm gonna keep that off for sure. The frequency of data updates to the device, profiles, again, you can set profiles, lighting, scroll wheel light, I guess it does light up, look at that, lights up green. And then you can turn that on or off, so if I wanna turn the logo light off, now that light is off. And then I can turn it back on, switch all device lighting to off when the display is turned off. That's actually a really nice feature. And I'm wondering if the keyboard will do that as well. Let's see here, lighting. Yeah, switch all device lighting to off when the display is turned off. I'm gonna enable that on both of these things. Actually, I like that. All right, and then calibration, surface calibration. All right, why not? Select the mat. Here you go, we got the Goliathus control. So there you go. Those are some of the other matte options, I guess, that I could have had. So we'll go with that one, and we will save it. And lift off range. So that tells you how far you can lift the mouse off before it's gonna actually stop receiving a signal from the mouse. So that's really nice that you can, because some people really, they get to the edge and they lift and they come back, and they want the mouse to actually sense that, or some people don't. So it depends on just, your particular way of doing things, but you can definitely set that as well. You've got all the macros that you can set for your keyboard and your mouse. So let's go back over here. So let's see, stats and heat map. I don't really care about that too much. Okay, so here's our stats. So there's every game that I've played, and this is pretty much all for, benchmarking. So you can see over here, it would actually tell me the keystrokes, distances, as well as mouse clicks, distances, wheel rotation, profile. I mean, you can really dig into a lot of detail here on every single game if you wanted to, and you could do last session, today, or all the way down to all time. And then the heat maps is the same way, so there's a sample data of a heat map right there. I could do that for any game, but this would be particularly helpful for something like this, like a real-time strategy, I'm sure. Would also show your mouse movements here for a first-person shooter. And then your keystrokes, so the usage frequency would show different colors here. And then the amount of pressure exerted. So this is really, I gotta say, Razer did not screw around when I created this software. This is incredibly customizable. I'm actually really impressed. Okay, so let's get out of that. There's a lot going on there. And then again, back to macros again. So you could play around in this forever, trying to discover all the things you want to do. I can also register my warranty, which I will do as well at some point. And I can check for updates on the cloud. But with as much customizability as both these devices have, the cloud thing does make sense, because if you have to reload your computer, or you switch to a different machine, or you just move the keyboard and mouse to another gaming machine, you want to have all of your macros move, because you're probably going to take quite a while to set all of those things up. So that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and actually launch a game and see how I feel about it then. All right, so I'm loading up Borderlands 2 now, and I've stopped the recording so I can just get a natural feel for how this is going to perform. This monitor is kind of wonky because I have it at a non-native resolution for when I was doing the screen capture. Got a little bit of sound there, so let's go ahead, press any key. Let's do it. 1920 by 1080. 2560 by 1440, please. Ah, that's looking sexy. All right. I turn VSync on since I'm not doing a benchmark. All right, let's continue from wherever the heck I left off. I think I have an idea, because I've repeated this scene over and over and over. Whoa, we are sensitive. I'm barely moving the mouse, and I'm getting a lot of, ooh, this is too much. Okay, so I can reduce the sensitivity by clicking this button, or I can go, oh my goodness. I don't know how you would play like this. You'd have to be, okay, is that as fast as it goes? Does it keep going up? Oh my gosh. So you can keep clicking the sensitivity button and things get pretty real here. So I think that's about, this is unplayable. So let me just hold it down, get myself down to, okay. That's pretty much how I need it. I don't like things to be super intense, so I wish there was a setting in between. I'm sure there's something I could change to actually do that. But so far the keyboard feels good. No major issues there. All right, so far everything's very smooth. The mouse feels good in the hand. I've got fairly small hands, so this mouse I can actually pretty much fully grip the mouse and not have any real issues. The scroll wheel is very, very, very sensitive. And like I said, I've got the sensitivity all the way down right now, even changing it a little bit. You can see though, I can make very quick adjustments in my field of view, even at only the second sensitivity setting, with barely moving my hand at all. So if you're one of the people that likes very twitchy controls and you don't like to have to move around a lot, this is gonna be great for you. But as you can see, I can barely play the game like that. Okay, so that wasn't a very long gaming session, but I can tell that everything is pretty sensitive here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and quit out of the game there. Everything is very sensitive with this mouse, so you'd want to go in and adjust your DPI according to your style of play. You can also do it on the fly in the game, the way the keys are defaulted on the mouse at the top. But I found that the lowest setting, turn the volume down, the lowest setting was still very, very sensitive in the fact that it went from 0 to 60 very quickly, and then anything beyond that was like, whoa. Now, I know people that love that kind of gaming experience. I actually find that my Corsair mouse has a very nice setting just by default that works for me, and I'm so used to it that I think if I use the Razer mouse you know, for any extended period of time, I would become accustomed to how that works as well. The keyboard, you know, the chiclet keys, I don't know that I'm sold on them for gaming. I really don't. For typing, they're okay. I find that with chiclet keys, I tend to fatigue earlier than I do with the mechanical ones. I get, you know, finger fatigue from the typing experience because it just feels kind of, you know, kind of harsh with those kind of keys. It's just all or none. And it does record how hard you're hitting the key, apparently, according to the software. So you can kind of see which one you're slamming down if you're going a little bit too hard on the controls. But the thing I was really impressed about was the software, and they do make a mechanical gaming keyboard as well. And I'd be very interested to actually, you know, see how that one would perform, especially with all the customizability you have with that software. There's just so much you can do, and I didn't really even dig into a whole lot of it because it would have been incredibly boring. So that said, I'm not really doing a review here, but I think they're good products. I really do like this mat. This is going to be very helpful on my glass desk, so it's really nice. And I think this is going to pull everything together nicely when the H440 is in the mix. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, and especially this more casual style, please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. It helps me out quite a bit. Get the subscribers. Gotta get the count up, you know, because that matters, I guess. You can also follow me on Twitter, tweet over at Tech Uploaded. And finally, I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/techuploaded. And I lied, that wasn't a finally. You can send me an email on Gmail at techuploaded@gmail.com. You know the drill. Don't be a stranger, check back soon.